February 2nd, February 1st, 2024. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Yeah, hope everyone is doing well. Chris, how's it going?
It's going well. Had a okay day yesterday. Finished just below 500, but you know what? It's okay. We shake it off. We move into today's action. Huge college hoops card, decent NBA card. I kind of was standing around wondering what to do with no NHL for a week, but it's okay. We all need a break at some point.
Jay, how's it going with you?
I'm getting my teeth kicked in right now, so I'm just trying to bounce back. Yesterday was pretty rough, but it's part of the ebbs and flows. Believe in our spots, believe in what we do. Bounce back. Solid NBA today. Good college hoops. Ready to smash it.
Yep. I'm going to be doing a special video later on this afternoon. And there's not a lot of people on here yet. I know a lot of people watch the replay. I'll post another special video later. Maybe I'll have one of these guys or both of them come on with me. There are some sites out there giving away premium picks for free. There are some people out there. There's some sites. If you can help us bring these guys to justice for copyright infringement, I'll offer a cash reward. I'll have to figure out exactly what it's going to be. Because I got to see exactly how we can prosecute these guys. I'll find out from my lawyer and to see what the value is. But at worst, we can give you guys some yearly packages for each of us to help us do that. But we don't force people to buy picks. We don't, and neither does anybody else out there that's selling picks. Nobody forces anyone to buy anything. That's certainly their choice. But it's not free to give them out. It's bullshit. It's amateur hour, man. It's illegal, is what it is. So we're gonna get it stopped, and anyone that helps us get that stopped, welcome aboard, man. We'll more than help you. Yeah, that's one thing to give out the free picks, and it's like I don't like that either. If you tell us about the one or report the comment, if they do that, like give out all of Ron's picks in the comments or Jay's picks in the comments of what he gave out in the video, it's not great, but it's not like giving out someone's premium picks, which I wouldn't do to any of the guys, even the people whose guts I hate. And you know who the long list of people that is. I would never go over to their website. I could afford to buy all of my competitors' premium picks every day, and I could post them all if I wanted to, under some anonymous Twitter account or Facebook, right? They would never do anything because Facebook, people have threatened to kill me. That's not against policy. So, but this is different. This is just it's illegal. It's not okay. And this is one thing that I could even contact my competitors on, and they'll rally with me. That's how crappy it is. Everyone that gives out premium picks. Do you have a member from Pick Dogs that calls and gives out picks and selling picks? Yes, we do. We absolutely do. Yep. You could ask that in the customer service. I would have answered it right away for you. People do. We have that. A lot of the people that are calling out, we have two reasons that we call out generally. Number one, the first one is we have a thing on the website, a form, and it says, get a free pick, enter your information, you get a free pick. It tells you the game, whatever the biggest game of the day. Usually it's probably Lakers Celtics today. I don't even know. I'm not involved in it. But, and then they call and they give you the pick. When they call and give you the pick, they say, is there any other way we could help you? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's great, and that's one of the ways. The other one is if you buy a pick, then they're checking to make sure it's you. Because there's so much fraud out there on the internet in general and so much fraud with credit cards these days we're just trying to prevent fraud on that boat. And when they're at you, they tell you what else we have to offer, as well as free pick. If you don't want it, you just say, I'm not interested. Jay's jam session isn't there. It's a good story. I like this one. Jay did the entire video. He had something on his face. He doesn't want to put it out there for the YouTube trolls. I don't blame him. I've done the same. I admit it. I've had stuff like something on my tooth or whatever, man. I don't post it. If you ever notice our videos, what makes us different than the other people, and I don't want to ever give away like the secret sauce, we never like touch our face. We never like, do this. Like you see other guys, they do this, and they're touching their face. It's like this nervousness or something, man. We never do any of that stuff in our videos. None of our guys do. And, but it's like, sometimes, you do so many videos, it's like your mouth is dry or whatever, man. And Jay, I think, rolled out of bed, did the jam session, and had half his pillow on his face or something.
I didn't realize till editing. I'm sitting here, I'm like.
But he's got it all down, so it'll just be a little late, but it'll be out there, and it's going to be, there's only 4 games, so it's going to be pretty quick today is my guess. We have a lot of college hoops. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, you can contact we always have, if you ever have a problem on the website or anything you purchased or anything about Pick Dogs at all, we have the customer service chat button. If you use it on the phone, you can see it right here, let's see. I'll show you guys how to do it. It is... That's not it. That's DraftKings. So it's right here. You see this little button right there? And you hit this right here. And a chat window opens up. And a lot of times it's me on the other side that you're talking to. So not all the time, but sometimes it is. If it says it's me, it's me. So, whatever. I just like to see what you guys are up to. And if you guys need help, I like to help people out. I'm not going to wait for somebody else to pick it up. But that's what it is. You just always use this. I don't know why it has the Sports Chat logo on the Pick Dogs one. But it's something we could probably fix. Anyways, talk to Bill about it. Anyways. Whew. Where's the jam session? Where is it?
Come on.
So I feed Sam. We feed him at 5 o'clock every day, like right at 5 o'clock. It's like 4:57, man. He squats down for the stare down. Usually it can start around 4:45. Where is it? Where is it? Right? The square down. You get to 5:01, it's like he gets mad, man. It's like temper tantrum. It's like he is. You don't want to be around him. Yeah, I mean, some of our competitors, they run like all sorts of sales and stuff on their picks, like selling them for like $5 for like a month or something. It's like we could easily just buy them and give them out. I would never, ever, ever do that, man. That's where I draw the line. I'll call them names. It's like, that's what I do. Name caller. I'm a name caller. He's a name caller. So that makes stealing okay. It's like that. I love when people try and justify that because I'm a name caller, it makes their behavior okay. It's like, because I called you a name, It's like, that makes whatever you did in the first place to have me call you that name, that makes that all okay. It's like, It's just like, it's called, I think that's the gaslighting, right? It's like when my wife is like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you fill out that? Why didn't you do this? Why did you do this? Because I'm sorry I work so hard, I'm sorry. She loves saying that to me too. She busts my chops on that so bad. I'm sorry I work so hard. All right. You guys ever get that? You never get that, Chris? I'm sorry I work so hard. It's the best. Sorry I work so hard. All right, let's go to NBA. Lakers, Celtics. Chris, spit it out.
Oh man, give me the Celtics here. Celtics in the over. I've kind of checked out with the Lakers on the road. I gave them a shot the other night, and it came back and blew up in my face. I think the Celtics at home with a reasonable number, the better team here. So give me Boston.
Jake.
Lake show for me. I believe day-to-day James and day-to-day Davis both play. We saw LeBron's now entered the I need some help era of the NBA season. Put everybody else on awareness that you're probably finna get shipped out of here if you don't start hooping. Lakers, Celtics, it's a rivalry. Boston, they haven't covered in 4 straight home games. I just think this one's going to be tight, probably close. You know, I want the points in my back pocket. Boston was down huge to New Orleans. They did come back, win, failed to cover. We're up huge on Indiana. Saw the lead wither away, failed to cover. Yeah, it's a lot of lumber to lay. I think the Lakers come to hoop, at least compete. I want the points in my back pocket.
I love the LeBron I need help segment of the NBA season.
This year, it's Warren. He is the oldest player in the league. I think people forget that. He's literally the oldest player in the league.
But he always does the I need help. And a lot of times it's like if the coach doesn't believe in the help that he needs, if they don't agree, then the coach gets fired too. It's like someone's getting shipped and the coach is getting fired. It's like it's all on the table for that.
Yep.
You ever see that Lakers, like the Lakers dynasty on HBO, where it's like he gets Westhead fired? Magic does.
No.
Oh yeah, it's the second season of Lakers dynasty, whatever on HBO. It's the one where Magic gets him, where Magic gets Paul Westhead fired. It happened in real life. Like they had this big argument, like back and forth on it. And then they fired the coach. That's basically what happened. But anyways, I like the Lakers tonight for sure, man. I think money line is definitely in play in this one. I think all the suckers are out there on the Celtics. Too easy. Oh, the Celtics are going to kill them, whatever. Well, we've seen the Celtics be nothing but straight trash on this homestand. They haven't covered a spread yet on this, and they haven't covered in their last 5 at home against the Pacific. The Lakers, man, one thing we've seen from them, in the big games, they all of a sudden start to play, man. And it's like we've seen it all season long. The wins, like the Celtics, the Lakers might have 20 wins this season. They're all against the good teams, man. The Thunder twice, the Clippers, that's the Warriors at Golden State. That's when they show up, man. It's like that's how LeBron is. It's like he's at that point in his career where he can't do it every night, but he can do it for a night, And it's like he's going to do it tonight. He hates Tatum as much as I do. Trust me on that. He's sick of this guy. We're all sick of him. We're all sick of Tatum except for Ruffolo. He loves him. Love Tatum. Love him.
I do not.
Who do you like more, Brown or Tatum? Love him.
Neither.
I love them both.
Neither.
I love him. I love him. Love me, Jason Tatum. Knicks against the Pacers. This is a good one, man. There's not a lot of games on the card, but we got 2 monsters here. Both, of course, at the same time, man. The Knicks against the Pacers. Knicks about 3.5-point favorites in this thing. Total 236 and dropping. Jay, the Halliburton list. The Knicks.
I believe he's playing, so they're the Halliburtons tonight. I'm not the Halliburton list. And I'm taking the Halliburtons. I know the Knicks are red hot. I know. I'm still fading their ass. I just think, here's why I'm doing it. If these two teams play 100 games, I think they both win 50. I really do. So with that being said, that makes this damn near a 50-50 game. The Pacers, a good team. Halliburton will be in limited minute capacity, and the injury report, I want to see it clear up a little bit. But I think the Pacers have a legitimate shot to win this game outright. The Knicks are not going to win every single game for the remainder of the season. I see Anunoby on this injury report as well. We know Randall's out. They're going to cool off at some point, and the Pacers, they just might be the team to knock them off. I'm going to take the Pacers tonight.
Pacers have run streaky good and streaky bad all season long. Lately, they've been pretty streaky good, except for that loss against Celtics where they still covered the spread. I think this one they at least cover the spread and not win outright. What we've seen from the Pacers is that they keep the game fairly close, and then in the last 5 minutes, they win it out, and I think that's what happens here. I think they just have more in the tank at the end. Chris, you going to take the Celtics again?
No, but I am going to take the Knicks. This Knicks team's on fire. I mean, I'm not stepping in front of them. I'm not stepping in front of them with this Civ Pacer defense on the road.
Square. Except for
That's
the round
fine.
parts. Except for the round parts. It's like,
Well,
so square.
since acquiring OG Anunoby, the best net rating in the NBA,
Not
the
playing.
best defensive.
Not playing.
He's questionable.
Yeah, and
even if
I'll
he
answer
doesn't-
the question. Here, ask me the question. Is he playing or is he... Here. We'll ask the ultimate authority. Is he playing? Uh-oh. You may rely on it. Yeah.
Best defensive team in the NBA since acquiring him. Even if he doesn't play, there's still more than enough options here. Yeah, I want no part of this Pacer defense. So give me the Knicks.
I don't agree. I disagree.
Yeah.
You got the Grizzlies against the Cavs. Got a rising line on this one. Grizzlies have been playing pretty well against the number. The Cavs, one of the hottest teams out there, too. I think this number is too high, man. I think the Cavs win, but I like the Grizzlies to cover. I think that I think the Cavs are they're playing well, but it's not like their numbers don't just jump off the chart at me, you know. And that's just where I'm at. I know Ruffolo is going to be on the Cavs. I can already smell it from here. So go ahead and say it, Chris. You're on the Cavs. It's fine.
I'm on the Cavs.
I know you are. I know you are.
You look at that injury list.
Well, look at your picks. Favorite, right? It's like,
Okay.
yeah, that's where you're at. You think the NBA is going to go with four favorites on a 4-game card?
No, I'm just saying it.
So you're taking the Sixers next game?
No, I'm probably gonna take the Utah.
Of course you are. So it's you can't take 4 favorites and expect to win. Square a pot on us over here.
Why not? Why not? Why can't you?
It's never going to happen.
You guys sound like the YouTube comments. This guy took all the favorites. He took all the home teams.
Stop beating the Clippers. I like the YouTube comments that they're doing our fade the Clippers voice.
Yeah, they've been killing me with it now. They killed me with it. And see, now they hit me with they put in the little stars, Mitch's voice.
Stop beating the Clippers.
Cavs
oh, man.
We'll see.
Chris is going to change websites. Pick favorites instead of pick dogs. The new website. Our new website. Pick favorites. Our logo is going to be a square holding the money. It's okay, Chris. Someone has to bet on a favorite.
Well, I didn't yesterday, and I'm pretty sure the Blazers won outright, so. I'm just saying you gotta You got a team with an injury list a mile long, 11 guys on the injury list, only 3 of them are listed as questionable or better. It's pretty much a G League team tonight.
Wow.
Talk to him.
Wow, man. All right, let's hear. Chris is up first on the next one. We already know who he likes because there's only one team favored.
I didn't take this one. I'm with Chris on. I'm with Chris on the Cavs here, though.
All right.
I'm not stepping in front of Cleveland. They're hot. I will step in front of the Knicks, but not Cleveland. Cleveland, hey, they slayed the Dragon, the Clippers, so they can surely slay the Dragon here, the Grizzlies. Nah, but in all seriousness, Memphis, they have been better against the number. But here's the thing for Cleveland. This is the first time in 3 months, and all season their injury report has been clean. When's the last time you've seen Cleveland's injury report clean? You haven't. My point. They're healthy, and they've been hooping despite not being healthy. So now fully healthy for like the first time all season. Remember, Garland's missed significant time. Mobley's missed significant time. LeVert been out. Even Jared Allen was out the other night. Mitchell's missed time. This is the first time in like forever they've been the full Cavs team. We're going to take these boys behind the woodshed.
No Tristan Thompson, and I don't like the chemistry effect that has on the.
My bad. Tristan Thompson.
Yeah. No Tristan Thompson.
My bad. Put some respect on his name. My bad, TT.
It's okay, Chris. Someone has to take all the favorites. We got the Jazz versus the Sixers. Chris, we know who you're on, so you can tell us again.
I'm on one of the best home cover teams in the NBA. It doesn't
not one of Chris the.
There you go, the best home cover team in the NBA against the Sixers team that still has some talented pieces. They've still got Tobias Harris in the lineup. Tyrese Maxey's questionable, but I don't know. For some reason, this Jazz team just plays better at home, and they've knocked off healthier teams.
Maybe because you've been fading them is why they've been playing good at home.
Yeah, give me the Jazz here.
Hey, I think they've earned it. The Jazz have gone stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib this season. 16-5 against the number at home. They've covered in 76% of their games. 76% of their home games. We've been on Utah all season. Like, we've been calling them night and day. We take them at home. We just fade their ass on the road. It's been a pretty nice system. Here, a terrible spot for the Sixers as well. 5th straight road game. Long road trip for them. They've lost the previous 4 outright. Still no Embiid. Maxey's game time decision. Not a good spot at all for the Philadelphia 76ers. And then Utah, this should be a solid bounce back spot at the crib. I just think Sixers, they're ready to get back home, ready to get back healthy. Like, they know they're going to be there in the grand scheme of things in the Eastern Conference, playoff picture. They're probably not going to be the 1 seed with the way Boston's playing. They're probably not going to be the 2 seed. They can get Milwaukee, but there's just no emphasis for Philadelphia to come out here and try to win every single game. They believe that they believe in their makeup, and so I just think this is kind of a game they're taking their foot off the gas, if you will. And Utah, a team that's 1 game below 500, they will not. I trust them at home. I'm gonna lay the number.
I'll take Utah in this one. I'll jump on the favorite bandwagon for one of the games. It'll be this one. I got roasted on Utah betting them on the road, so they owe me a couple wins. I will take them up on it.
4th quarter yelling, "Why the Batum in?"
Chris, what are you selling today?
Got my NBA play of the day on the board and working on a college 3-pack as well.
Who's going to be in the college 3-pack?
3 teams that are on this loaded college basketball card. I think there's 65 games or something like that.
How many premium picks do you think I have today? College hoops.
7.
15. I love this card. Thursday's been my day, man. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's like Thursdays. I've been clobbering it on Thursdays. I put in 13 last Thursday. I went 11-2. I'm just killing it on Thursdays, man. It's like these under the radar games. This is where I live. It's like the wrong teams are favored in like half the games, man. It's like you're getting like 9.5 points.
I've been there. I feel like I'm the best in the big profile games this year in college.
I got crushed last night, so I don't really care. I lost. I mean, Virginia up by 15. I'm laying 12.5. They foul a 3-point shooter with 31 seconds left to go in the game. So he hits all 3 shots, and then they dribble out, even though they don't even get to the buzzer. Then, or he throws up a 3. The guy throws up a 3. Intentional air ball. Then Georgia against Alabama, they're winning the whole game. They're up by 14 at half. They get outscored by 23 in the second half. They can't even hit a basket for the backdoor cover, at the end. Terrible, man. It's like, you know what you do when that happens? You just go to bed. You just say, forget it. I'm turning off the TV. I'm going to bed. And sure enough, then Kentucky lost to Florida. I didn't even know until this morning when Romanelli had already left me a message.
Hey, did I not call that Northwestern game?
No, you did. You called it.
To a T.
You called it.
But have a chance to win it. It was going to go to overtime.
They did have a chance to win, but they also had a chance to get rung up in the first half, and Purdue was unable to put them away. Purdue had them on the ropes in the first half, and they just did not put them away.
Yep. Now you're all right. That happened. They definitely had those opportunities.
But they ended up winning by 9 in overtime. I mean, they're clearly a way better team.
They did.
All right. Well, let's get to.
But I got an NBA player of the day for sale, of course. And probably a college hoops player today. I'm going light, bro. I've been getting my teeth kicked in, so I probably got 2 plays for y'all today. We'll turn it around. April, no, when you see that? That didn't just come across my phone, April. Hold on. Nah, that didn't come across my phone. Hold on. Well, that just came across my phone, April. Damn. I mean, I ain't too sad because that playoff performance was disgusting. But for him to stay in the division and go to Washington, after all them bumping of the gums, how you love us and all that, then you go be the head coach of Washington? That's why you finna beat the brakes off of you boys like we always do. Holla at you. Yeah, that's why you ain't nothing but a loser head coach. That's why you got beat 28-3 in that Super Bowl when they came back and Brady got your ass. You never show up when it mattered most, Dan Quinn. You never show up most, and you're not going to show up in Washington. Goodbye. Deuces. I wonder who we're going to get as our D coordinator now.
All right. Well, Jay's the scolded girlfriend. Hell hath no fury like a Jay Briggs scorn.
To Washington, though? That's like Washington?
I think he wanted another chance. I don't know, to be a head coach. Take it's like taking what you can get. I don't know.
Washington, though? Like.
Well, here's the question: was anybody else knocking on his door? Because I genuinely don't know if they were. If he wants to get back into the head coaching ranks, you got to take what you can get, right?
At a certain point, like, you just got to ask yourself. Maybe I'm just a delusional. I'm caught up in the hype. I don't care what y'all say. The Cowboys' defensive coordinator position is 10 times better than the goddamn head coach of the Washington Commanders. Sorry.
But is the pay better?
Probably pretty close.
Some people just don't want to be coordinators. Some people just take coordinators because he lost his job. But the second that he got the chance to scratch that head coaching itch and get back into the saddle, he took it.
I'd rather be part of a well-functioning machine that I'm a very important cog of than try to go run some dysfunctional shit. That's just me. That's just me personally. Like, I'd rather win, like know that I'm in a good, stable situation than to go try to massage my ego and take something that's not good and make it better. That's just me, though. I don't know. Goodbye, Dan Quinn. Till I die. Even though they get on my nerves. All right, we can talk college hoops now. I got it out.
You're not losing anything, man. Did you see the Packers game? And they got shredded by Jordan Love. And that's the kind of game plan you're gonna.
I know. That's what I said. You know what I mean?
And you know what? They're still right here on the list. So
they're on the list. Yeah, they're on the list.
They're already on the list.
They're
already on the list. We don't have to add anything.
Y'all think the list is a game. Y'all think it's a game.
They're already on the list, man. It's that easy.
That easy.
Already there. All right. College hoops. We've got Green Bay, Iwapui. That game starts in about 43 minutes. We've got Binghamton versus NJIT. UMass, Lowell versus Maine. Oakland versus Bobby Morris. Georgia Southern versus Troy. JMU versus Coastal. Georgia State versus App State. PFW Changs versus Milwaukee. Detroit versus Cleveland State. So much better the next day, Chris. So much better. Wagner versus Lemoyne. Sharp versus Stonehill. Central Connecticut versus STFU. Bryant versus UMBC. FIU versus La Tech. Marshall versus ODU. That's Old Dominion. Vermont versus Albany. High Point versus Longwood. SMU versus Tulane. Hofstra versus Stony Brook. Towson versus Northeastern. Charleston versus Wilmington. NCAAB versus Hampton. We've got William and Mary versus Delaware, both of them. Monmouth versus Drexel. The X's versus Campbell. Elon. The X's. Formerly known as Twitters. And FDU, fairly disinterested, versus Long Island. Chris, it's a loaded card, man.
Yeah.
I love this card, man. I love it.
Oh, man. Well, I guess the only way to go here is to give me Shard against Stonehill. Sacred Heart just the better team. Stonehill still one of the worst in college basketball. 2-20 straight up, 5-16 against the number, 3-12 against the number on the road, 0-15 straight up on the road. Yeah, give me Sacred Heart. And give me Cleveland State laying the 8.5 against Detroit Mercy. I think Detroit Mercy is going 0 for this season. There's just no back in this Detroit Mercy team. They got their leading scorer back, and that hasn't helped. So give me Cleveland State. And there's so many you could go with in this time slot.
Yeah, I love this card. I love this card.
Yeah. Those are the two I'll stick with for now.
Green Wave. Plus points against Smooth. Is SMU slightly the better team? Yeah. Is that too many points? Yeah. Both teams kind of struggling. I can see that game being closer than 8.5. Give me Tulane plus the points there. Give me Longwood. Pause. Pause. I know they've been terrible. I know High Point is balling, but I think Longwood can do enough to keep this one reasonable. I just do. Let me get out of there. So I want Longwood plus the points there. Pause. Give me Stony Brook against Hofstra. I'm on some road teams today, man. I know Hofstra beat Stony Brook recently in Stony Brook, 80-74. 6-point win on the road. Now they theoretically should come back home 2 more points. And no, it's not happening. Stony Brook might beat them outright, as far as I'm concerned. They had 2 back-to-back nice wins over Monmouth, UNC Williamson. They ready to go avenge that loss. Stony Brook plus the 7.5 and money line against Hofstra. That's what I like here.
I like Lowell. I like Lowell against Maine. I think it's better, a lot better team. Didn't quite make my premium list, so it's not one of my top 15 for today. But I like Georgia State was one that got crossed off the list. I like them against App State. It just seems like a light line for what should be a one-sided game, so maybe somebody knows something in that one. I also like Detroit against Cleveland State. Tonight could be the night that they actually win one. Cleveland State's so overrated. Just 2-8 straight up on the road, man. They are pretty bad too. I know Detroit stinks, but Cleveland State is bad also, man. Don't just because your opponent is 355th in the nation defending 3 doesn't make you good. You know, and that we have to remember that. Cleveland State is 311th in shooting percentage against. I think Detroit eats them up on the inside and then pounds them on the boards because we got a Cleveland State team that's 357th in offensive rebounding and 343rd in defensive rebounding. Yeah, that's one ugly bitch. I'm gonna take Detroit. I like a lot of these games in the slot. I like premium. I sort of like Northeastern against Towson also. Once again, it's a light line, right? And it just doesn't seem right for a team that's 9-0 at home to be 6-point favorites over a team that's 3-8 straight up on the road, 5-1 against the number. Just seems very inviting. And when you look at the numbers, they're not all that far apart, you know, for a team that's that much better. I know the Towson defense is locked down, but the Northeastern offense actually isn't that bad. And they are pretty good from the free throw line, which is great if you want to cover, which we do. And then they're also good on the defensive boards, which is also good if you want to cover. Towson is a horrible shooting team. They're 306th in the nation in shooting, 41.9%. We know that Northeastern's dreadful on defense. I understand that, you know. Don't throw that in my face, Chris. I saw the look you gave me. But on the defensive rebounding side, Northeastern is, 25.9 boards per game. I like it. I'm gonna take Northeastern. I don't want to hear your second opinion or anything about it either.
Well, you're gonna get. No, I'm kidding.
It's like when Jay, were you ever on the drive-thru when Chris was the co-host?
Stop it, please. Okay, that's in the past.
Yeah, so the way that it works is like, so Tony T would introduce you, right?
Okay,
Tony T would introduce you. You'd talk to Tony T like you normally does, and then you would give your pick with your explanation. Then they would come back to Ruffolo for the cross-examination of your pick, and he would either agree or disagree with you. It would be like, you go to Ruffalo, it's like for your cross-examination, it's like, who the hell asked you? You know? It's like, I didn't invite you to my pick, just because this is the format of the show. It's like, doesn't mean I agreed to it, man, coming on. So we finally had to bounce him. We had to bring him back to the morning show. It was too much. No one wanted to be on anymore.
That is not true.
It's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It's not true.
It's pretty true. It's like what my mother used to take me to the movies when I was a kid. This would be her opinion of the movie. It's a very true story. It's like, okay. Like, imagine. It's funny, like when your parents, I don't know, did your parents ever do this? Like they give you like what they think is a treat, like what was a treat for them when they were a kid, and you're kind of just like, I'm probably the same with you guys, I tell you guys to check something out, and it's like, whatever. For my mother, it was egg creams. She was from Brooklyn. So it's egg creams, which is like seltzer water with chocolate syrup. I think they drank those before there was soda. And then the other thing that she really liked was sherbet. It's like not good. It's like, just give me ice cream. Sherbet's out. Sherbet's way out, man. I don't even know what the hell the difference is. Do you know what the difference between sherbet and ice cream is?
I don't.
But my mother had the Brooklyn accent, so she called it sherbet. I got sherbet. Orange sherbet. It's like, I just want chocolate chip, man.
I think it's just like
you'll get nothing.
I think it's just what the base of the thing is. I think sherbet's like juice or something, and ice cream's milk, I think, or cream.
That sounds stupid. All right. Just makes me want to look at some more of these games. We got Stephen F. taking on Utah Valley. Utah Valley's terrible, man. They stink. You got Kennesaw State against Bellarmine. Rod's even off the Bellarmine bandwagon, I think. I love those guys. I'm going to take Bellarmine. It's like, or Bellarmine. It's like, I bet you he's not even there anymore. I bet you like on his do not bet, they had to tell him, like, if it would have still been here, it would have been like the YouTube comments for Jay's Clippers. Stop taking Bellarmine. It's like, stop taking New Orleans. He loved privateers. Loves saying it. Privateers. You know, Rod likes to give the pick 6 or 7 times. I like the privateers here. Going on the privateers. Like Johnny 2 times from Goodfellas.
I still remember the one time you said the pick like 4 or 5 times, and you were like, "So you like?"
So you're kind of going with the privateers.
I think Rod likes the privateers.
He still does it.
Yeah.
Johnny 2 times. You ever see Goodfellas, Jay?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man. Classic. Chris, you know Johnny 2 times, Goodfellas?
Yep.
Go see him. We called him Johnny 2 times because he said everything twice. I'm here to get the papers. Get the papers. I'm going to get the papers.
It's like from The Simpsons where they had Fat Tony and they had this guy. It's like, what was the guy? Johnny Tight Lips or something. It's like, Johnny, what happened to you? I ain't saying nothing. Who shot you? I don't know. I'm not telling you.
We got South Dakota versus North Dakota. North Dakota is rotation number 777. South Dakota State versus North Dakota State. Something happening in South Dakota tonight, man. It's like, well, got a hoops game on Thursday. Queens College of Charlotte taking on Eastern Kentucky. They stink too. They really stink. Northern Arizona against Weber State. Northern Colorado versus Idaho State. I mean, I really cap these games on Thursday. Like, that's what, you know, I'm running so late today because all these games, but I don't care, man. I love them. It's like, I love finding the real shit teams. This is where they live on these Thursday nights. Sherbet is technically not ice cream, even though they both can contain fruit and dairy products. Sherbet's main ingredient is fruit juice or puree, while ice cream is milk and cream. Sounds healthy. It's puree with about 8 cups of sugar. Casino, Goodfellas, Scarface. Yep, all those. I think that of those 3, like if you haven't seen those 3, I would say Goodfellas is the one to see, then Casino, then Scarface. Or I don't know, you kind of got to see all 3. They're all different. What do you think, Chris? Jay hasn't seen any of them. Jay's seen none of them. I love my favorite scene in Goodfellas is the one where he's eating the blueberry muffin next to the guy because everyone says this is me. Like, you guys don't get to see me, like, behind the scenes, like, running the company, but it's like, he says, he's like, He goes, I got 4 blueberries in my muffin and you got 100 in yours. And he goes back to the chef and he's like, I want the exact same amount of blueberries in every muffin. The chef says, you know how long that'll take? I don't care how long it'll take. Pretty much sums it up. Northern Colorado, Idaho State. Nebraska, Omaha versus St. Thomas. Tommies, they've screwed me a few times this year. They're 8-2 against the number on the road. I think I had them twice. Kansas City against Denver. Tennessee State versus Morehead State. Texas State versus South Alabama, USA. Abilene versus Tarleton State. Man, there's a lot of games here. We still got tons to go. Central Arkansas against Florida Gulf Coast. Tennessee Tech versus Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles. Nebraska, Wisconsin. Arizona, Cal. Eastern Illinois versus Tennessee Martin. Southern Illinois versus Arkansas Little Rock. That's Edwardsville. Lindenwood versus Western Illinois. Southern Utah versus Texas Arlington. And North Alabama versus Stetson. Jay, a lot of meat on the bone here. A lot to start there.
Ton of meat on the bone there. I'm going to start with South Dakota State. They're going to blow the doors off of North Dakota State. And it's the real one versus the fake one. We already saw South Dakota beat up on the fake South Dakota. Now they're going to beat up on the fake state of the state team. You feel me? Jack
that would be faux Dakota. Instead of fake. Faux. They're the faux state.
Yeah, South Dakota State, the real South Dakotas, man. You know what I mean? Them other Dakotas.
New name, new bit, Chris. Faux State.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes. It happens so fast.
And then I'm gonna take South Dakota against North Dakota. So I'm taking South Dakota State against North Dakota State, and I'm taking South Dakota against North Dakota. Okay, both Souths. We're taking both. They're going to beat North Dakota, okay? South Dakota's going to have the bragging rights today. Give me Tarleton as well against Abilene. Tarleton is just a better team. Abilene, they are in the middle of a little homestand, but we already seen Tarleton beat them 79-71. I know that was at home. They should get it done on the road as well at the short number. They shouldn't be a dog. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So those are 3 I like there. I also kind of like UT Arlington. I'm a little nervous today about college hoops because I like a lot of road teams, and I'm a home team guy in college hoops. But I like UT Arlington against Southern Utah. Again, I just think UTA is the better team. I know they lost back-to-back, but hung tough with Grand Canyon. I think they go in there and beat Southern Utah. We'll see if they get it done, though. But that's what I like in this slot.
I have one of my top plays of the day is in this slot. So in my early 3-pack. I like late 3-pack. I like Florida Gulf Coast against Central Arkansas. Central Arkansas, these are 2 bad teams, but Central Arkansas is actually worse. I like Nebraska against Wisconsin. All the money coming in on Wisconsin in this one, but I like the Huskers. I like Cal plus the points against Arizona as well, and I like Western Carolina against Lindenwood. Seems a little to the low side for me. Lindenwood. Yeah, they've got some problems in this game on both ends because Western Illinois, Western Illinois, the Leatherbacks, they have that shutdown defense, 21st from beyond the arc, 37th in field goal percentage against, while Lindenwood shoots just 41.3% from the floor and 27.8% from beyond the arc. And then the Western Illinois offense, while certainly not world beaters, still have the edge over that 320th ranked perimeter defense and 271st ranked defense from the floor. throw in that Western Illinois is going to crush them or crush them on the boards. This game looks about as one-sided as it gets. Yeah, that's what's happening, Chris.
I'm going to take Cal plus the 18.5 against Arizona. I think
That
Arizona
down
wins
spot?
that game. I think so. Well, I think it's just a flat spot for Arizona. We have let a couple teams hang around in a couple of their recent games. Cal coming off of the home wins over Stanford and Washington State. They battled Oregon hard on the road. They beat UCLA. And while those aren't necessarily massive wins, they're still big wins for this Cal program. It's been terrible for the last couple of years. Arizona, they failed to cover 3 straight as big favorites. They lost outright to Oregon State. Beat UCLA by 6 as 18.5-point favorites. Didn't cover against USC. I think Cal could sneak in the back door. So I take Cal on the points. Let's go back a little. I'm gonna take St. Thomas against Omaha. I think St. Thomas can get the job done there as well. 8-2 against the number on the road. It's a short price. I just can't get there with Omaha. So give me St. Thomas laying the 2.5.
I laid the slot off. So yeah.
I already did this slot.
Yep.
Stanford, Arizona State, Grand Canyon versus Seattle, Western Kentucky versus Sam Houston State, the Eggs versus the Vaqueros, New Mexico State versus Liberty, UTEP versus Jack State, Montana, the other Grizzlies, up against the Vandals, Idaho, Montana State versus Eastern Washington, Wright State versus Youngstown State, Pacific versus Portland. Whoa! 23 and 31. Wow, 13 and 31 combined in that one. That's like the Pistons. Worse, it's still actually better than the Pistons. Got Cal Poly versus Irvine. Cal State Bakersfield versus What Up Peaches. Got UC San Diego, the Tritons versus Northridge. Fordham, the Titans, up against Hawaii. USC versus Oregon. UCLA, Oregon State. UCSB versus Davis. And San Francisco versus San Diego. I like UC Irvine against Poly. I just think they're the way better team, and it's kind of their time of year. They usually take over the Big West around right now. I also think that I also like Fullerton against Hawaii. I think they're the way better team. I think that I like Davis against UCSB. I think that line is off. I think it's wrong in so many ways, on so many levels. So many levels, man. I just can't get there. It took some time. I processed. Couldn't get it. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you on UC Davis. Think that game's just closer than that 3.5 would indicate. I think it comes down to who has the
Davis
final
wins
shot.
the game. I think they're a
Yeah, I
better
was
team.
gonna say.
It's like
Yeah,
one of those games. It's like you wonder. It's like, who the hell is UC Davis? Why they beat them again?
Yeah, I think that comes down to the final shot if UC Davis isn't winning it outright. I'm also with you on UC Irvine. Cal Poly, the worst team in the Big West by a wide margin. You mean Long Beach State against Cal State Bakersfield? Long Beach State usually one of the gatekeepers in the Big West, and that's a really short number against Cal State Bakersfield. And give me UC San Diego against Cal State Northridge. Northridge was a team I made a crap ton of money with earlier this season, but they've really fallen off in a lot of their recent games. UC San Diego continuing to roll, playing like one of the best teams in the Big West. So give me the Tritons.
You already know where I'm at. Where I'm always at. Antelopes. Them Grand Canyon boys from run them boys smooth out the gym. A smooth double-digit win over Seattle. I can't. Did y'all not talk about it? What's going on here on a Thursday, man? What y'all okay?
What?
I'm taking the egg.
The eggs?
Yeah. I'm taking the eggs, man.
You're gonna get poached, man. You're gonna get cracked, poached, and served up for breakfast, man.
You want? You know, if you look at the total for that game, that's over, easy.
What is it? 152. No. I'm gonna take the eggs. Grand Canyon and the eggs for me in this slot. And then give me Oregon. Why? Give me Oregon. Why is that line even that short? Come on, bro. Stop. Ugh. I want to take USC in spots. I want to be able to watch a USC game and cheer for them. But they're on the do not bet list, man. You gotta prefer to it, man. Give me Oregon. That line's too short. It's too short.
Well, LeBron won't be there watching, that's for sure. Maybe private jet back, but he still won't make it. All right. It's that time, man. No hockey. I hardly even knew it was gone. Chris, what do you think? Parlay.
All right, parlay. Let's go. Let's go college. Let's go UC Irvine. Let's go with Long Beach State.
What up, beaches?
And let's go with yeah, let's go all late night. Let's go UC Irvine. Let's go Long Beach State, UC Davis.
South Dakota State. And the Halliburtons.
Lakers, UC Davis, Western Illinois. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. Jam session on the way. Kyle Kerm's on the Golden Bears. He's got the money line. Letdown spot. Make it a winning day. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow, I promise.
Peace.
We appreciate each and every one of you. Most of the time.